probably time to go. This is an adult show, yeah, this is an adult show. And if you ain't one of them, it's probably time to go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I'm, of course, Hickory, the drunk and underwhelming. Welcome to TDAU Live. That's right, this is season 5, or this is episode 5. We're with GW Foley. I'm hanging out, of course, tonight with the biggest star we have on any night of TDAU Live, formerly the Drunk and Under Quarantine show. But GW's back tonight, motherfuckers. I'm excited. This is going to be a fun show. Sean's already down in the comments saying, fuck yeah, I told you Saucy Santa was the real deal. Merry Christmas, bitches. That's right. Merry Christmas. There's a lot going on in this world right now. A shitload going on. Colorado might have taken Trump off the ballot. We're facing unmitigated times. There's a movie coming out about black magicians defeating or helping white people cope. All sorts of wacky shit's going on. But all I gotta say is, fuck that shit. We're on the Drunk and Underwhelming Live show. And I got Santa on tonight. We got a lot to get into. Let's do it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah! Back, baby!
Are you saying you want to show me your tits?
This is the story of a drunk who grew up kind of a punk. And then all his friends left him and now he's here alone. This is the story of a drunk who grew up kind of punk. Now he's here doing the Drunk and Underwhelming Live show.
This is a weird show.
Drunk and Underwhelming Live show. Drunk and Underwhelming Live show. Drunk and Underwhelming Live show.
That's right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Drunk and Underwhelming Live show. GW Foley joins us to hang out with Saucy Santa. This is episode 5. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the program. GW, welcome back, my friend. It's
yes,
been a while.
I'd like to say, what the fuck's up with that intro?
I'm sorry. It was just the artistic thing to do at the time. I'm kind of an asshole. And, at least put on the necklace, not Festus, fuck it all. I'm sorry, honey buns. I should have at least, I wore a red, there we go. Sorry. I wore red and green, which I gotta say hasn't been very festive because I've been wearing that all month doing holiday themed shows. So yeah, this shirt needs a good wash. But Santa, welcome to the fucking program, brother. It's good to have you.
Charlie, she said 100 for around the world, and I am not paying $1 more, especially if she's fat. No, hello, boys. How are you?
What's up,
Good
Santa?
evening.
Hello. Ho, ho, oh, hold on. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Are there any kids here?
No.
No, this is an adult program, Santa.
Oh, I don't remember. I do this every year. I stop what I'm doing to talk to you, and I just forget if you have children. But I apologize. I'm a little disheveled. If I remember correctly, I think it was last year, Charlie brought me to get drugs. And unfortunately, where he brought me was pretty shitty. And this year, this year, I'm just going to say it. Mrs. Claus is a bitch. She is a frigid whore, and not even a whore. I wish I wouldn't be out here trying to get the services of a lady of the evening, as it will, outside of the North Pole, because all we have are moose and reindeer, and I'm not that kind of fucker. And the elves are horrible. They're small, and they're weird, and they make loud, high-pitched noises. It's not fun. So Charlie told me that he knew a girl out here in the middle of nowhere. We're parked next to a bus. I have no idea what's going on. It's in the woods. Last time it was a Walmart parking lot, and all I got were pictures. I didn't even get Coke. And he said that he knew a girl down here who had Coke, and she always had a Santa fetish. And ho, 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 I like a ho, ho, ho. Who likes me, if you know what I mean? So, hello, boys. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Santa.
Merry Christmas, Santa.
Ho, ho.
How's
Charlie.
business been this year? Is there more good boys and girls or bad boys and girls?
Everyone's the shits. Everybody sucks. but that's okay. I'm used to it by now. Everybody fakes being nice to get shit from me, but now fuck you, Amazon, for getting in my way. Amazon and all their little migrant workers or whatever they use that they don't let have pee breaks. See, that's the problem. If I all of a sudden stop letting my elves take a piss, then I'd be yelled at for being heartless. But Bezos can do it. Fuck you. You're throwing off my work.
Hey, man. Bezos shatting all over Santa.
Yeah, fuck you. Hey, 2-day delivery. You know how many motherfucking presents I deliver in a year? In one night? And then I don't get a tax deduction. You should see my tax bill. It's not magical, I'll tell you that much.
Sean was down in the comments saying, GW, love you, fucker. That's right.
Yes, love you too, Sean.
Sean, thank you for being here.
Yes,
That's
welcome
great.
back, GW. I know you're not a regular now, but
No, I make as many appearances as you do. Apparently.
Are you out looking for hookers too?
Always.
Yes.
Hookers and blow.
I told you $100 for the hooker, Charlie, and $100 for the blow. I'm not paying any more. There's no tax. We're in the middle of nowhere. And if this girl looks like a moose, I quit.
Well, depending if you're located near us, Santa, they are likely to look like a moose. That's
I know that they had a maple syrup sign outside for sale. So I'm not sure.
If it said low grade fentanyl and maple syrup, it was definitely near us, Santa. That's
well, I am parked next to a bus, so I don't
okay.
know what
Yep,
that means.
that could be it. The flavors of Vermont, my friends, are bacon, maple syrup, IPA,
And sadness.
and
Lots
sadness.
of sadness.
Yes, taxation. I
Yes.
think would be the fourth flavor of Vermont.
That's a fucking right.
So I do have a question, Santa.
Oh,
Is it
absolutely.
like a new bus or is it like rusted out and shit?
There's a lot of weird Harry Potter shit on the outside. I don't know what the fuck's all that about. It's a weird color. It looks like it might be a camper. I'm not sure. I'm worried. Because if my guest comes out of that thing, I'm going to send it back. That's it.
Like going out to eat.
Yeah.
I don't want this meal. Give me a new one.
Oh, this will not be going out to eat. Santa does have taste. I have some. Not much, but a little. $100, Charlie. I told you. Now go scram. Oh, God, he's a pain in the ass. But he's the only one that will go with me on these excursions. So, I don't know how Charlie knows so many people down here past the North Pole, but he knows a lot. I don't know what that's about.
That's he seems like the friend to have.
Yeah, I always think that, but I always end up in shit. But like I said, he's the only one when I say, you know what? Mrs. Claus is a frigid bitch. She won't fuck anymore. All she wants to do is feed me cookies and meatballs, and it gets old. I'd like some adventure. And then he says, I know a girl. And then I, like an idiot, a couple days before Christmas, decide I need to blow off steam. And now I'm here in the middle of nowhere next to a bus hoping for cocaine and hookers.
I could be worse, man. It could be worse. You could be next to a camel.
I don't know what's going to come out of this bus, GW. It could be anything.
I assume Santa will be very near a camel within the next couple days, delivering all those presents.
Yes, I try to stay away from them because they piss and spit a lot, like my bitch of a wife.
I'm gonna say they probably don't like the reindeer too much either.
No, it's awkward for them, and then they try to mount them, and they're too big. And Rudolph is just a prude. You ever watch my reindeers fuck a lot? Have you ever watched them fuck each other? It's weird. Rudolph's nose glows really weird when he's having sex. I don't understand it.
I hate to admit this, Santa, but I did look into this just recently. Yes, reindeer meat. I'm sure you're in bountiful supply.
Oh, that's Clyde. Hold on, that's Clyde. I remember that fucker. He used to hang around and he wanted to be one of the reindeer. He wanted to pull the sleigh on the magical night. And all he did was jerk off in front of the other deer and didn't want to pull the sleigh. He bitched a lot about it. And then told me that he had rights and he didn't have to do the work because he was special because he's a reindeer. And he's on that website now. So you know what happens when you cross me.
This is from exoticmeatmarkets.com.
Yes, the gentleman's name is Carlos. And I send anything to... There might be some elf meat on there listed as reindeer, but I'm not saying anything.
That's fair. With the bountiful list they have, Santa, I'm sure exotic pet food, that could be elves. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it's a shady business you get into when you start getting rid of elves. So you have to improvise. So some of it might not be reindeer meat, but you'll enjoy it nonetheless. The elf meat is really lean. So it's healthy. It's health food is what it is. It's delicious. Not that I eat elves. I want to make that clear. Santa does not. Children, if you're watching, you shouldn't be. But if you're watching, Santa does not eat the elves. There. I've said everything I need to say. Now let's get back to it.
Santa, I hope you're getting a good cut. Because down here they're saying reindeer hamburgers, 1 pound, $119.99 per pound. I assume plus shipping.
Well, yes, the North Pole is quite the haul.
They say that they're extremely lucky to have 3 reindeer harvested this year under USDA inspection. Only 3 reindeer.
Clyde. What were the other 2? Clyde. Oh, Barry. Barry was a shit. He was the bro of the reindeer. He was always the one who did leg day by running around but never pulled the fucking sleigh because he was too busy trying to flex his hooves to get laid. Who was the other one? There was Clyde, Barry. What was the other one I killed? Shit. He's so unmemorable. I don't remember his name.
That's fair.
I remember he was high all the time and he would just sit around and smell. I remember that. It was horrible, but anyway. Carl, Charlie, if they have Jack Daniels in that bus, get me some of that too. Santa needs a drinky drink, if you know what I mean. I know I'm driving, but I don't give a shit. So hook me up. Anyway.
Sean says, "'Tis the season for the last hurrah." Who's going to lick Sandy's candy cane? Anyone?
Not it.
Yes, please put that out there. This is the worst Tinder profile video I'm going to have tonight, so.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to introduce you to our next Tinder contestant.
Oh, come visit my North Pole. See Santa's little helper up close. Ho, ho, ho.
You've seen the North Pole hosted by Peter North. Now, get ready, ladies.
Yeah,
Santa's about to lay it down in the South Pole. This is too hot for Santa.
Get ready for some real Christmas magic, if you get my drift.
Worst comes to worst, he makes the snow fly.
I'm hoping, but there's a padlock on the bus, and we've knocked about 6 times, and no one's answered yet, and there's no lights. I think they might think I'm a cop. I'm hoping not. But
someone has definitely OD'd in that bus before.
I am wondering.
As most buses, I assume.
And right? I do hope my hooker, or I'm sorry, my lady friend is not in there. That's all. I have to use the correct terms for the police. I understand. My date. Was that what it's called? A date?
Yes.
Date.
Yes.
Is $100 reasonable nowadays for a date? I'm so out of the loop here in the North Pole.
I don't know, Santa. I should have pulled up the article earlier. I keep seeing there's a debate about that. Yes, there is a debate about how much a lady's time is worth. That has gone on in the mainstream.
I didn't know there was an hourly rate. I thought it was just like it used to be, where it was like they just all set their own numbers, like a free market. I didn't know.
I guess it is pretty individual, but there is a debate about what's acceptable.
Well, if she wants more than $100, I don't have a lot of cash at the North Pole because we make our own shit, but I brought toys. I had the elves make toys. So, and not the kind of toys you hand your kids, if you get what I'm saying, ladies. Look me up.
Oh, the kind of toys Hickory the Drunken Underwhelming pulls out on stage after
Oh,
he's had
yes.
a couple rounds, which is at a couple rounds before I get to the club.
Ah,
You know,
yes.
I was thinking, Hickory, that you should get one of those, like, not so much a fleshlight, but like
Okay.
the where it's the hips, vagina, and butthole, like, and it's all silicone.
Oh, that's the round the world.
Yeah, you should get one of those and pull rabbits out of it.
Well, it's a different show, but I'm down.
Yeah, that would be
I'll
fun.
watch that.
I'd be into that. Sean said, does the guy in the Senate boning? I think I actually sent that to you guys. Sent that to you. Yeah, it's a GW, at least, after the show on Friday. I had a great time, by the way.
He's on my fun naughty list.
Yes.
I have a naughty list that's for racists and assholes and that sort of thing.
That's
and
fair.
Wife beaters and children molesters. That's my naughty list. And then shitty kids. But then I have my fun naughty list where they do some fun stuff that I just want to give them extra for because it gave me a good laugh.
That's fair, Santa. That guy definitely deserves it.
Yeah. Well, he was the one that was fucking in the court, right? Or the
the Senate, one of the Senate chambers.
Good for him.
I just wanted
for him.
He's really the first politician staffer to really give us a true depiction of how our government treats us. I felt like it was very apropos.
That they certainly fuck me, so that works for me.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Sean said, "Does the guy in?" We already touched on that.
You
one.
did that.
Yep. Yep. No, it's just I'm a drunk magician, Santa. I can't help it.
I understand. I'm a drunk Santa.
That's fair. And GW is just GW.
Yeah.
And
I'm just here.
He just copes with drunk people real well. He's quite. That's kind of why he's here, Santa. So it wasn't just two drunk, fucked up dudes rambling the whole night. At least we have GW to kind of help moderate the conversation.
I'll try.
The new show, it's just kind of me ranting about whatever the fuck I want to talk about, which is kind of what Santa does too. So yes, thank you for being here as the moderator, GW. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
It's
I'll
not
take
a
this
debate,
honor.
but we need a moderator to make it more comprehensible.
Charlie,
So
take 100 and tell Bertha that the round of the world is 100 and 100 only. That's it. If she wants more, if she wants to charge by the pound, I'm leaving. Now go get. I know the seatbelt is hard to get off when you're so small, but just work on it. I know it hurts your neck. Shut the fuck up. I'm on with people. Like, Jesus, be professional. I'm trying to put up a public appearance here. You fuck up. Don't make me. Just go. Sorry. Anyway.
Oh, it's quite all right.
I have a question, Santa.
Yes.
Do they need a booster seat?
Yes, it's a pain in the ass. They don't even really fit well in those, and they bitch because they're 100 years old, and they always say shit like, "Why do I need a booster seat? I've been around longer than everyone." Shut the fuck up! Santa can't get pulled over in the middle of the streets looking for blowing hookers. I can't be. It's a horrible PR nightmare. That's why we're here in the middle of the woods. So Charlie will shut the fuck up and sit in his seat.
Damn it, Charlie.
Fucking Charlie. It's Charlie every single fucking time.
Yep. I've been on here multiple years, and Charlie's always my pain in the ass producer.
I gotta say, I've been confused, Santa, because I've been watching some Christmas movies lately, and they all have different disinformation. I gotta say, can elves pass naturally? I want to put it lightly because I don't want to scare the shit out of Charlie right now.
Oh yeah, they can die. They
die on their own, or because I keep seeing movies where it's like elves can't die. They live
No,
forever. And then other ones where it's like, well, elves can only die if they, cause their own death or get killed by someone else. And then other ones are like, elves just are a creature like humans that just reproduce and they make their own elves. Would you please clear it up for the crowd?
absolutely. Absolutely. I'm glad to do this. It's a very important, pressing matter in the world.
Yes. Breaking
I
news,
know.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. The Charlie before this one died of a heart attack because he ate too much candy and reindeer meat. It was too much cholesterol. He died of that. I fed him all reindeer and it was too fatty, and they because my reindeer ate a lot of candy, so they weren't exactly health conscious. And Mrs. Claus is a horrible cook, but we all eat her shit because she's the only one on the North Pole that cooks, and her food is terrible. But we all get fat because it's just all like narwhal lard, and I don't even know what it's made out of. But no, elves can croak. They can croak.
Okay.
I had one time. He was great. He was my favorite. It was way before Charlie. It was ages ago, and before the other Charlie. He was amazing. Now, the way Terry worked was Terry was a real fixer. Terry could find me some shit, but I didn't even have to go anywhere. He just went and found it and brought it to the North Pole, said they were having secret meetings with Santa. But here's the problem. You see, he was a dickhead when it came to women. He liked to have sex with women, and he had too many. He brought Santa presents one time. He brought me 3 women from Hooters. And when they got there, I thought they were for me, but Terry hoped they were for him. And he tried to use Santa's magic, so to speak, and play. And his heart couldn't hold up to it. Elves are like little hamsters. When they get too excited, their hearts beat too fast and they explode. So let's just say it was an awkward moment when 3 Hooters girls from Des Moines had to come find me and tell me that the elf that they were hanging out with seemed to have passed away and shriveled up like a prune. I'm sorry, Charlie, it happens. That's why you have to be careful, and you have to get Santa what he wants and not be stupid. Anyway, yes, elves croak.
R.I.P. to Larry the Getter Done Elf. We hope he's doing well in the elf afterlife. We do have a message. Sorry.
I'm sure he's found plenty of hookers in the afterlife. I'm sure.
A big shout out tonight to the Vermont Comedy Outlaws. Of course, myself, Hickory the Drunken Underwhelming, this guy, Mr. G.W. Foley, Santa as an honorary member. Unfortunately,
yes.
Pierre Vachon cannot be here to make it. Whatever, Santa's here. I'm not saying they're the same guy. I'm just saying I've never seen the two people together. And finally, our comrade in Southern freedom, a man who can't be here with us because, he's like doing shit down in Florida. And he took time out of his day to message in early in the show, early on in the day, because he couldn't be here for the live show. And I just want to give a shout out to Ryan Kenyon because Ryan, yes, I'm sure he's on both the naughty and the nice list, right, Santa?
Oh, he's on all of them.
I would imagine the no-fly list.
He's on all the lists, except for the asshole naughty list, but he's on the fun naughty list. He's on the nice list. He's on the I should get him something at some point, but I get drunk and forget every time to drop him something. So I'm sorry, Ryan. Some of the people that say, oh, Santa didn't come to us for Christmas. You're right, little Billy, because I was fucking hammered. And sometimes I forget. I'm an old soul, and sometimes I drink too much. Jack Daniels is my friend. And Ryan, I do owe you. I have to bring you something at some point. I always forget, and I'm sorry. I always think you're Jewish, and then I forget you're not Jewish. And so I forget to bring you presents, and that's my bad.
I can see Ryan being Jewish.
Yeah, I always think Kenyon is Jewish.
Yeah, it's Yiddish for giant hole.
I was thinking giant balls, but
okay, there we go.
That would make sense. He's definitely in that status. But So Sean's got a great comment that we definitely need to get to after the after this. But first, Mr. Ryan Kenyon sent in us a special video to talk to Santa, wish you guys a happy holidays, and ask Santa a question because that's the topic of the night. And by the way, guys, everyone watching right now, if you care, you shoot me a private message. I'll bring you live on the show. You could have video or not. Ask Santa a question live. Or just drop one down in the comments and we'll make sure Santa answers your question if you get it in, in the next 10 minutes or so. But first, I wanted to share this video from Ryan because he sent it in and he's a big fan and friend of the show. And yeah, let's take it away, Mr. Ryan Kenyon.
Ho, 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 happy holidays. This is Ryan Kenyon calling in from sunny southwestern Florida. Right? Calling in to wish Hickory the Drunken Underwhelming and family a very special happy holidays. So I was asked to have a question for Santa, and I guess the only question I have for Santa is, do you think next year you could possibly give the Jets a playoff run? That would be very special. I would truly appreciate that. That's pretty much all I want. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Santa. Happy holidays to all, and I will talk to you soon.
Yeah, big shout out to Ryan Kenyon, old Ryan Kenyon on Instagram. Go check him out. He's hysterical.
Was he next to a van that just said free puppies on it? He looks a little creepy now.
I love the creepy uncle mustache.
That's a new look for him. I might try that next year for me for Christmas and see how that does. Try that little getup. But there's like 9 chins under this beard because I've been eating for so long. I'm like the 500-pound man who got stuck in the apartment. It's just the magic of Christmas that gets me out of the bed and the sores and all that, and the beard covers up the 9 chins. So, but he's bold. It's a bold move for him to do that mustache look.
It is very bold, Santa.
So very good.
Does he kind of look like I feel bad roasting him because he's not here, but he kind of looks like he would start wearing jorts with sandals and socks.
He's slowly becoming Florida man.
Oh, he's gonna steal an ambulance in no time, Santa.
Yeah, he's gonna fight a gator with an iron pan. I've seen it.
Get out of my yard! Get out of my yard!
Oh, Ryan! Merry Christmas, Ryan, and I heard your request. I'm gonna put this on here. If they could stop sucking, yes, I'll help the Jets. But apparently they don't know how to not suck. That's really what that boils down to. And there's only so much Christmas magic I have. And my bookie never lets me bet on the Jets for a reason. He always says, well, if you give any help, then you don't make the VIN. And it's a whole thing. The VIN is wrong. It's a whole, Antonio is something to work with, but it's hard working with a U.S. bookie. But anyway, Santa has a gambling and a drinking problem that we don't really, we've talked about the drinking problem, but I don't consider it a problem when I enjoy it. So
I agree. And it doesn't impair your line of work, obviously, because you've been doing a great job ever since I was born, at least.
Well, good. I'm glad I remember you.
Yes.
It happens. I forget people. It's nothing personal.
It happens, Santa. I feel like people who watch the show forget who I am. And I don't blame them. I'm a drunk magician. I'm nobody memorable. I mean, that being said, I am your favorite drunk magician because I'm probably the only one you've ever met.
You are my only drunk magician that's
by
on my
default.
List, so
that's
you.
Right, Santa. It makes me your favorite.
I don't count David Copperfield because he's a ninny.
No, he's a magician who was a drunk.
Right.
Not a drunk magician. So
right.
No, I feel like I got a fucking quarter on the market, Santa. That's what I'm going for.
It's all about branding and marketing.
That's right.
I get it.
That's right.
That's why I love all these movies that come out with me being like violent and drunk and killing things and fighting. It's great because then there's way less expectation on me. It's perfect. I don't have to be. It's not Miracle on 34th Street anymore with that fat fuck imposter who is on the screen claiming to be Santa, piece of shit. But I like the idea of me looking like a commando, kicking ass and ripping people apart in chimneys, because then at least I could get away with getting a hooker in the middle of nowhere at a bus, and it seems on brand.
That's right. Now that Chris, who was the guy that played him last time? Do you know it was Chris Hemsworth played the Violent Night guy?
I think so.
Yeah, like Santa's getting played by some. I mean, Goldberg. To be fair, Goldberg played a great Santa. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, by great, I mean it's not a great movie, but it is. It was nice at the time to see a depiction of Santa that wasn't just a fat, lazy piece of shit. You know what I mean? It was.
Hey, fuck you! Fuck you!
He wasn't talking about you, Santa.
Yeah, no, I was saying
I'm gonna put the finger up in the camera now just to prove a point. You. Oh, look how bent my finger is. Oh, I'm fucked up.
I thought it was a toy at first. I was like, oh shit, we're gonna get banned. He's breaking out Hickory stage props.
The toy. This is a magic finger. Look at it move. Oh, I'm high as fuck. Oh, anyway.
That's some good shit, Santa. Thank you.
Listen, North Pole mushrooms are the best mushrooms you can find because they're all magic and they all make you trip. Every one of them. I don't care what one you eat. They all do it.
And there ain't no party like a North Pole party because the North Pole party got like 23 hours of light a day.
Yeah. And the problem is there's only Mrs. Claus, so it gets really weird. She has no sex drive, so it's worse. Then I have to look at the elves and wonder what they'd look like with a wig, and it just gets awkward. And then it feels like they're children, and then Epstein's on my bad naughty list, so I don't want to be a part of that.
Anyways,
I'm not on that list, by the way, that they released. I'm not on it.
That's fair. We'll see what happens. To be honest, I don't think anybody important is actually on the list, anyways. But to get back to Ryan's question, any sports influence? He was hoping for the Jets to win.
Yes, I said the Jets suck. They have to stop sucking before.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that's fair.
Yes, I can only do so much.
I wanted to make sure. Sean had an excellent question earlier. He said, Putin, Dr. Ouchie, or Biden, any low down info, Santa?
They're all fucking weird. Everyone.
That's fair.
Anyone in our government is on a bunch of different lists, and then they make these arrangements with me so I don't disclose everything, because then I get in trouble. And then they bring fucking radar to the North Pole and they see my operation. They've kept the satellites off the North Pole. Little fact, you know that tracking shit everyone does where they track me?
Yes, the NORAD.
The NORAD? That's not me. It's my meth head cousin Raoul in a Cadillac just whipping around. And we let him go everywhere and they track the NORAD so that no one knows where I am. So like tonight, you could go track me and it'll probably show me somewhere. I'm nowhere near where it says on NORAD ever. I'm in different places. Sometimes Santa takes a break in the middle of the whole bringing the presents to find some snow that he can ingest, if you get what I mean.
I understand, Santa.
But if everyone tracks me and finds where I get all my good shit from, then I can't get back to it because everyone buys it up before I get there. And then I don't get the clean stuff and I end up with Mexican swill.
I hear you. That Nicaraguan shit it's not great, Santa.
Oh, it's a brick-packed Mexican shit. It's horrible.
Yeah, you gotta stay on the single source fair trade organic Colombian shit.
Yes. There, you have the right idea, sir.
Don't worry one bit, Santa. We're all just trying to make it the remaining 364 days of the year, numbing the pain.
Yeah,
I hear you.
I
think
true.
It feels like Santa might numb the pain because 364 days because of the one day.
Yeah,
like a lot of us retail workers do.
This shit is horrible.
I hear you, Santa. The retail workers of the world.
It's a whole year of just bullshit. You know how many horrible lists I get and all the little shits that change their minds every 8 minutes. And then my elves are building. And then next thing I know, it's like, oh, little Johnny no longer wants that. He's a grown up. He needs to fucking learn respect because I have to build this shit. And then Bezos comes along and buys it wholesale at the back end from my elves and ships it all out in 3 days. It's a lot of work and stress.
Sean said, has NORAD tracked you to Little St. James, sir? Just between us. Yeah, Sean, I'm the fact that you asked Santa if he's been tracked to Little St. James.
I'm insulted.
Makes me angry.
I'm insulted. I'm going to make sure to shit in your stocking this year.
Yeah, Sean, just to be clear, Santa would never be tracked there. I'm not
No.
saying. I'm not saying.
I'm about to shit in your bag too, Hickory.
I'm not saying he wouldn't visit the area. I'm just very clearly saying that he would never be tracked there, my friend.
I just made a big statement about how I didn't want to fuck elves because they look like children. Why are you? What the fuck are you doing to me? My brand is on point that I am a kick-ass magical being. I'm not a fucking creeper. Although I am kinky, ladies. So if you're around, look Santa up. I know a lot.
Speaking of being on brand, I wanted to get your two gentlemen's opinion. If the Drunken Underwhelming was to launch a brand of spices, would this be an appropriate brand launch?
Oh, I thought it was going to say morning nut rub.
Oh no, that would have been good though, Santa. That might be a flavor coming out soon.
Nut rub. Hey, look at you making spices. We don't do a lot of spices because Mrs. Claus doesn't know how to cook, and she cooks the whitest food ever. If you put more than oregano and pepper in it, she loses her mind. She doesn't understand what anything is. Anytime I mention, could we maybe get some, cumin or something like that? She looks at me and says, "What are you? What is wrong with you?" And then acts like, how dare I want to have spices? She eats ketchup and thinks it's spicy. She's a horrible fat wench of a woman that I can't stand. But we're bound together by some magical pact, and I have to put up with her. Anyway, I like it though. Make some coffee rub. Rub it on your nuts, whatever you do with it.
That's right, the coffee hickory nut rub.
Yes.
Now with CBD. I'm behind the times, apparently.
Yeah, I was getting a lot of requests for that. Everyone asked me, by the way, everybody, we don't grow weed at the North Pole. If you request me to get you weed, I have to go to the places you go and try to get a discount, and it's a pain in the ass. So just remember that.
So you're saying I can't go and get the Santa special?
No, the Santa special. Well, they might have a Santa special, and if they do, those motherfuckers owe me a cut.
G-Dubs, if to bring you into the space, if you were at a bar,
yes,
and you could think of nothing you would want less for the holidays, what would it be? One type of alcoholic product to enter the marketplace. What's the thing that you would like be the last possible thing you would ever be like, you know what, that's a good idea?
Anything involving cheese.
Ooh, that's a good guess.
Yeah.
Testicle beer.
Oh, that's a good guess, Santa.
I don't want nut sweat beer. If they try to take nut sweat and then ferment it, I don't want to drink a man's balls.
So this one caught my eye because I was like, Santa's on the show. I remember during one of the Drunken Under Quarantine Santa summer specials.
Yes.
He was drinking White Claw on the beach.
Oh, yes,
As you do remember, GW?
Yeah.
So what nobody fucking wanted for Christmas. Here we go. White Claw launches a radically new beverage for adults that tastes and feels like an alcoholic drink without the alcohol. White Claw 0% alcohol is a breakthrough. So basically,
they make seltzer?
A company that makes alcoholic seltzers now making a normal seltzer. And we're all supposed to be like, wow, that's really, wow, you guys created a new thing here.
I know what I'm giving the entire marketing department of White Claw for Christmas.
You should shit in their stockings.
They're all
Yeah.
getting shit in their stock. Charlie, eat up some meatloaf. You're gonna be shitting a lot this week. Because I bring one elf to do all the shitting in all the stockings. And then I squeeze him like a bag full of stuff of icing, and I just pop him in. I pick him up and I bloop, 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 and then I throw him into the sleigh, and I have him keep eating the whole ride. So, little known fact about how I put shit in your if you've ever had shit in your stockings, that's how you're getting it. It also kind of looks like rabbit turds, like black coal. That's where they get the whole thing that we put coal in your stocking. It's not. It's elf shit. Once it dries up, it looks like coal or rabbit shit.
So I have a question, Santa.
Yes.
What do you feed Charlie on your trip? Like PF Chang's or like?
Oh yes. If I want the coal to be smelly, I make sure to go and do Buffalo Wild Wings, and I get him as much of the hottest wings as I can, so they run through him like a fucking freight train. And then after that, he eats a shit ton of candy, a lot of candy canes, and a lot of times I will give him cookies that I get at all the houses. I'll eat some myself because I'm a fat fuck, but I will also give them to him because a lot of you don't know how to cook cookies, and a lot of you leave egg in them, and it gives us the shits. So in your batters and whatever you make, I don't know if you put X-Lax in them or what, but I feed most of them to Charlie first to make sure he doesn't die. No, Charlie, I do it because I love you, not because I want you to die. I want you to enjoy the Christmas spirit with me. That's what I mean.
That's fair. That's fair. I think you treat your elves well, Santa.
I think
I agree.
Here.
Yeah.
I could feed him to the reindeer.
True.
Sean said, "Is it just that the kids were there? Not Santa looking for a good time. Come on now, just looking for names."
Oh, here.
Santa the whistleblower?
What happened?
Question mark.
I lost everybody. What?
You,
There you are. You there?
Yes, we're here, Santa. Are you there?
Yes. What was the thing on the screen? I didn't see it.
Sean said, "Is it just that kids were there? Not Santa looking for a good time, but come on now, just looking for names." Santa
Why
the whistleblower?
is he so obsessed with it?
That's a very good question, Santa.
I have to check my list now and see if he's on the super naughty list because he's really enthralled by that.
It's because they, I want to say, Santa, that it's because they said they were going to list a group of names involved that, or were conveniently after enough time for them to take out all the names that mattered. But don't look at me, Santa. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. My tinfoil helmet is clearly sitting over there on the shelf. I can't even reach it right now. So it's not that kind of show.
Well, it seems like whoever keeps writing about it really wants to talk about children, and that's not me.
Fair enough.
I little shits all year with their wish lists.
I fucking hate kids myself, Santa. That's.
And it's a little known secret. Santa doesn't like children. He tolerates them because it's part of the contract. For me to be immortal and live forever, I have to deal with children.
You know what I say? Fuck them kids.
Well, that's for you, and I'll have to put you on the super naughty list if that's part of your.
No, not like that type of fuck your kids, but
okay,
like
good.
Yeah,
the kind that doesn't get the show banned.
Yeah,
I condone kinky, weird sex with sex workers and all that. But don't condone trafficking and fucking children. That's both bullshit. There,
yeah, because then you'd be like the U.S. government. Yeah, anyways, we got one for you, Santa. This shit must be apparent to you flying all that way above. But, because it's Christmas time and NASA needs some more funding, they've released some photos saying that NASA, this is from UPI.com Science News, NASA releases images of massive comic Christmas tree floating in space.
Oh, that's a crock of shit. That's photoshopped.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Santa. I wanted to double check with you.
I fly around. All I see is garbage. I don't see any fun trees and shit.
The satellites and bullshit, right?
Yeah, I see everybody's shitty house lights all trying to be like their National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation and put shit on their roofs so I see it. You know what it does? It makes the reindeer fucking blind as fuck when they try to land, and one of them always falls, and then I have to take hours of staring at them going, get up! And I have to give them a Rocky speech to make them feel like, energized to keep going. So stop putting lights on your fucking roofs. I don't like it.
But lights on a tree inside is okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Light the whole fucking house up. That's great. It's a nightlight. By the time I get to you, I'm probably so drunk that if there's no lights, I'm just going to fall on somebody or something. It might be your wife. I'm not.
That's fair. I feel like we have similar problems sometimes, Santa. But this is certainly not one. I've never seen this. Like, I've eaten a lot of mushrooms in my day.
No,
I've never looked up in the sky and been like, yeah, that's a Christmas tree.
Yeah, that's bullshit. That's
you know what that really looks like? That looks like a green Jafar from Aladdin.
Oh man, you're right. That's definitely.
Yeah, that's some of that shitty AI which we tried to use at the North Pole for marketing, and it just doesn't work. I had put in a picture of. I wanted it to create a picture of me and Mrs. Claus and like battling a dragon. I was trying to make I had 9 fingers on one hand and she had 4 boobs, which she kind of has, but it's a little different. And it's more about too many cookies like me. I had like 6 boobs and I really only have 4 or 5. So it's just very inaccurate.
Fair enough. Nana, do you get sick of being left eggnog, or is it more milk these days?
Oh, okay.
Or is it mostly almond milk?
Let me be.
Stop
milk.
With that. I don't know what the trend is these days. I have a hard time keeping up.
Shit. I don't want coconut milk, fuckers. Stop leaving me glasses of fucking almond breeze. I don't give a shit about your almond breeze. Don't leave me fucking glasses of. Leave me rum and cokes. Leave me Jack Daniels. Leave me things I'll drink. By the time I'm done, I bring the milk up. And even when I bring your almond milk and your all-natural, locally sourced, cage-free fucking milk, udder milk, whatever the fuck you're using, I give it to the reindeer and they spit it out. They're like, what is this shit? I'm like, I know. Hippies, am I right? Stop it. Stop it. Booze. Leave Santa booze. Leave him all the rum. And leave him all the Jack Daniels. And if you got high-end shit, leave that too. I deserve it. I put up with a lot of shit from you fucks. And I deserve to be treated well when I have to fly around and try to cram my fat ass in your chimneys and try to put presents under the tree at 2 a.m. and not wake the fucking children up because then they want to talk to me. And I don't like kids to talk to. That's why I have helpers in the malls, so I don't have to deal with it.
To be fair, Santa, this is what we'll be leaving you at our house.
Yeah.
Eggo Nog sipping cream, which the Drunken Underrolling finally found this past week. We were looking for it last year, but it's finally gotten up here, and that's right. Eggo Nog, officially Eggo licensed eggnog liqueur from a company in Tennessee, Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Of course.
Produces moonshine primarily, but their second market is sipping cream. Which I assume is like a Bailey's that isn't too sweet to drink.
I'm a big fan of the South, especially Tennessee, because you see, Tennessee has a lot of dry counties, but that's where all the true drunks are. So when I'm down there, they take care of old Santa. So your boy's looking out for you, everybody down there. Thank you.
Yes.
So
finally,
you've actually tried that, right? Or will try that?
Oh, I will be trying that for Christmas. I haven't tried it yet. Okay. I do have a couple nips to try of other varieties of sipping cream. But no, I got a fifth a jar of sipping cream from the liquor store just this past week. It was the first time I was checking out with a cart. I should have taken a basket, knowing me, or a cart. But by the time I walked out of the liquor store, I was just kind of like this with an arm full of shit. And as we walked by the cash register, I looked down and I was like, Like literally, I was giddy as a fucking schoolgirl when I walked out of that liquor store with that jar of Eggo Nog. And yep, I'm pretty excited about trying that. But no, I did get another couple sipping creams. One's a banana pudding flavor, and one's the moonshine, like the normal. I forget what that company is called, but that their eggnog flavor. But the star of the show is I got a full jar of Eggo Nog, and I'm looking forward to drinking it on Christmas Eve.
You'll have to tell me how it is.
I will probably do a full review.
Excellent.
This is right up my alley. This is if there was anything saying, Hickory, you need to do some goddamn drink reviews again that you haven't done in a year and a half, it's fucking Eggo Nog. That's the one that's like, you know, you should probably do that. So yeah, there will probably be a review because but I'm looking forward to Santa's review because it'll be left out on my step for him as well.
Oh, I can't. Sorry, I'm high as fuck. I was just looking.
It's all right. I'll chalk out a gacker for you too, Santa. We're not scared around here.
No, good. That's what I like to hear.
That's right. One that'll tickle your taint. That's the kind of thing we do around the Hickory household.
That's what I'm waiting here by this bus for, is a good taint tickle, and I haven't got one yet.
For shame.
Yes.
For shame.
This bus is bullshit. It's like the shittiest version of the Partridge Family. Not one of them will fuck. Anyway.
I think Danny Bonaducci totally would.
If he comes out of there and he calls himself Big Bertha, I'm leaving. Is he still?
Isn't the mom?
Remember?
Oh, sorry.
Isn't the mom dead?
I don't remember. He's on my dead list.
I
have that list too. I've screwed up before, and I've left presents at houses of people who've been dead, and I forget, and it gets awkward. There's crying.
Next year, come back with a "Oops, my bad. Sorry about that."
Yeah. Oh no, I screwed up. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I always feel shitty about it, but what can I do? I'm fucking Santa. I mean, Santa's getting fucked right now, and that's the problem.
I'm sorry about that, Santa.
That's all right. Did we lose one?
I think he went up to get a drink, possibly. I don't know. This is a first for me. Normally I'm like, I can be like, oh yeah, let me take over because I'm a co-host. Now I'm just special now.
Yeah. You're the talent. You're the guest talent. You're no longer the secondary.
I'm like the guest on the Muppet Show. Like, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what the fuck I am then. I have no idea. I don't even know.
So Santa, I really do have a question for you.
Yes.
Why didn't I ever get the G.I. Joe aircraft carrier, the USS Flag?
Because that was a fucking work. We only made 4 of them. We only made 4 of them, and we gave them to the highest bidder, so all of you other kids would bitch about it and have trauma over it. That's why, because those things were fucking expensive to make, and they were huge, and it took the elves forever to build them. So we only made 4, and we handed them out to the kid that you knew that was like the rich kid in town because they paid extra, and then that's why they ended up with them. And then that always made you mad. Everyone. It made everybody mad. It was a marketing ploy because we were hoping that the next year that we would make more of them and for a higher price tag. But then they canceled G.I. Joe and we didn't do them anymore. Nobody wanted them next year. So we were shit out of luck. It was a horrible marketing plan.
That's a shame.
But it worked because you were mad for this long. So we did something right.
I keep looking on eBay and I'm just like, I can't justify $100 price for that.
Is that what they're going for now on eBay? See, we didn't even get as much as I was hoping we would get.
They're like 1 to 200.
I got a cut off of those, so.
Keep it bidding higher, Santa?
Oh, yes, I do that all the time. I go on eBay and I spike the bets up for anything that I have a cut on. A lot of stuff on eBay I get a cut on for the North Pole. So I always up the bids. So if you're always mad at the 2-minute mark and all of a sudden the bid goes up by $40 on something, just yell out, "Fuck you, Santa!" And I'm laughing. because you're going to pay it.
What happens to the ones that you win?
Oh, I resell them wholesale back to China, and I let
Fair
Amazon
enough.
sell them. See, I've got it all figured out. I've been doing this a long time. You have to adapt in business. It's Santa's
Yeah.
rude businessman. Tell her we've waited too long and it'll only be $50 now.
I hear you, Santa. I'm voting for 25 and a $5 tip.
Yeah, I'm going to get, by the time I'm done, she's going to pay me and I'll give her a Happy Meal.
Nice. That's the way to go.
That's where I'm going to get to. Because Santa don't play.
Santa, thank you for being here. GW, thank you for being here, brother.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
The last
Merry
few
Christmas,
minutes.
everybody.
Merry Christmas, guys. I was going to share a video. My buddy, MC Molasses, dropped a music video tonight and went live at 8. So this will be the world premiere of 3 drunk fat guys reacting to it. So
All right.
without further ado, this is MC Molasses, Christmas Baby, official music video. Let's go. I know there's a lot of bullshit going on this time of year. Sitting out here, looking at all these fucking commercials and ads. All these companies, they don't give a shit. Just trying to make a quick buck. But I figured I'd take time to say something I wouldn't normally say.
I've been thinking about Christmas, baby. Thought it was bullshit, but I've changed, maybe. I just wanna say here on Christmas Day, Merry Christmas to you and Santa, baby. Jingle bells turns to commercial shit just like Taco Bell. The kids say the Batman smells, but we all know the fat man sells. I've been doing my best to be nice, keep myself up at hell. It's not that I'm scared of going, I'm afraid I'll do too well. Terrified that's where I'll be when I finally find myself. And that's why I'm talking to you, cause I don't know who else to tell. And I'm turning around real good, and I'm trying to do real well. But sometimes when I watch Shameless, man, it feels like I watch myself. But then I fell in love, now here we are. I'm writing a Christmas song in the snow outside of the car. And I don't know about us, and I don't know who we are, but I know I want you around, and you need to not go too far. And I don't know what to say, babe, it's too much to go through. What you gotta do with bad news, take a bruise, like it don't affect you. And all I wanted to say is Merry fucking Christmas, baby. Guess all I really wanted to say is I've been thinking about you lately. I've been thinking about Christmas, baby. Thought it was bullshit, but I've changed, maybe. I just wanna say here on Christmas Day, Merry Christmas to you and Santa, baby. Been dreaming about no flights, fantasizing about a silent night for all the bullshit to drown out when the fat man finally takes flights. The fat lady will sing, but you know it's likely she just might get winded, not finished, and I just want it to be over tonight. Wrap some gifts and stuck them under a tree that make Charlie Brown sad. My gifts will be the ones wrapped with duct tape and a trash bag. I think that's what I deserve when I think about what I could have had if I'd focused, paid attention, showed emotion more than when I just got mad. Then I fell in love, and I knew who we were. We were wassail on the weekends and getting whiskey slurred. And now it seems so long ago as the smell the bourbon of her. How did I fuck this up so bad? Santa, can I be heard? And I don't know what to say, babe. It's too much to go through. You get screwed, you can barely choose, pay your dues just for shit news. And I just wanted to say, fucking miss Christmas, baby. I guess I've been thinking about the old me a little too much lately. I've been thinking about Christmas, baby. Thought it was bullshit, but I've changed, maybe. I just wanna say here on Christmas Day, Merry Christmas to you and Santa, baby. I've been thinking about Christmas, baby. Thought it was bullshit, but I've changed, maybe. I just wanna say Christmas Day, Merry Christmas to you and Santa, baby.
Yeah, that's it for my boy MC Molasses. That's the new song.
Ho, ho, ho. Good
Santa,
work.
he did want to apologize for questioning you first off, and then also referencing you in a song that talked about alcoholism and shitty relationships.
Oh, well, it's pretty accurate. That's fine.
I felt like I know, and he said he wanted to apologize, and I was like, no, dude, I've met Santa a few times. I think he's going to be down.
I'm fine
And,
with it. I approve of his message.
Fair enough. I will let him know. He'll be happy with that.
Yes.
Skimoro said, "What's up, Xmas people?" Skimoro, good to see you. Merry fucking Christmas, brother.
Merry fucking Christmas, Skidmore.
That's right.
Skidmark, whatever the name is.
From Santa and GW Foley. That's right. GW's back. This is a very special Christmas episode. But I think that's about all we got on this one.
That's right. I have to go get a Blumpkin.
That's right.
Nice.
We can't keep Santa holding up. I mean,
No,
he's
I
really
like
got
Christmas.
he's got to let two
Blumpkin.
loads drop, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to get those things out of the way because in another 4 days, he'll be flying all over the fucking planet.
I have to do the weight check on Christmas Eve to make sure the sleigh is not too heavy. So I get a few Blumpkins beforehand, and that way I'm back to normal.
Santa's cutting weight like a UFC fighter.
That's right. I sit in the sauna and get blowjobs. That's what I do. So.
Skimoro said, send me a Tesla, Santa.
Yeah, you and every other fucker in the world has asked that question.
You got to be
you know
careful
how much those batteries cost? It takes the blood of 60 elves to make one.
I hear that Santa's just going to light their normal cars on fire and be like, you practically had a Tesla.
Yeah,
That's,
you're fine. Use gasoline.
Yeah, I mean, you've been using coal, for as long as we can remember, and it hasn't let us down yet.
It's working fine. Fuck it.
Oh, that's a good thought. He said, leave it in the driveway, not in the chimney. Santa, what if just to spite everybody that asked for Teslas, you put it in their living room?
Yeah, everyone gets one, but you can't get it out. They have to
that would be hysterical. Yeah, you got to tear down the front wall of your house to get your new car out.
Yeah, good luck when the battery dies.
The charger's installed, but it's in the attic.
You know what's great? You know what's great? If you use animals like reindeer, when they die, you just get new ones. They don't cost that much.
No, and you can sell the old ones to the exotic meat supply place.
Site. Carlos is great.
Oh, that's perfect. Carlos. Shout out to Carlos at Exotic Meat Supplies.
Yes.
Benji dropped in and said, Merry fucking Christmas, chicken fuckers. Hey, we're not fucking chickens, but we are talking about elves and reindeer.
Yes,
I am not fucking elves.
Yeah,
you know, something about the pointy ears got me, dude.
It's not what they're cracked up to be. They're small and they squeal.
You know, I own a pillow, Santa. I can fix these problems.
Yeah, well, whatever you're into, I don't judge.
I'm not, I'm not into it. It's just, I'm a problem solver by nature. So a problem arises like that, and I'm just like, I gotta dive in there. I gotta fix the situation, figure out how I can make it right, and then move on to the next one.
I can respect that. Oh, all right, gentlemen.
Santa, thank you so fucking much for joining me on TDAU Live.
Merry fucking Christmas, you lunatics!
Oh, one last question there, Santa.
Yes.
Skimoro said, what is an elf chick called? Is there a specific name for a female elf?
No, we don't really do it by that. We just call them all elves.
Okay.
Most of them have male names. I don't know why. It's just always been that way. I mean, I guess we could start. There's usually like one female, but we're not even sure. To be honest with you, it's not very confusing. They're almost androgynous. I can't really.
There's too many. Like, I assume you guys can't even sex them like chickens up there.
No, it's difficult because they won't let you
fast.
pick them up, and you can't push on their bellies long enough to see if something pops out because they get all offended, and they say we can't do that.
Yep. Nope. I hear you. That's
They say they have
union,
feelings.
Santa.
Their feelings and their souls and all that.
I say sex them.
Yeah, this is why we don't endorse unions on the show. It's like a fucking elves union just ruining Santa up there in the North Pole. Anyways, that's all I got.
The Elf 465 is a horrible union that I deal with, but I've gotten on good terms with them.
Skimoro said you should start calling him Little Shoddy. I don't know. You want Santa to become a gangster rapper? Is that what we're doing?
I think I've got too much magic to be that gangster.
Although you are a great rapper, considering all the presents you deliver.
It's true.
I think there might be something there we could work on. That's a great idea for next year.
Yes, I'll have to come and do a music video.
Yeah, we'll have to work on that one, Santa. I'm sure there's some people that would love to produce a track for you.
Oh, yes, we should do that.
Yes.
Saucy Santa.
The Saucy Santa EP. I'm going to shit in your stocking has got to be the title track or the headline single.
We can make that happen.
All right, anyways, Santa, you got anything you want to say before we get out of here, sir?
I just want to say, don't be shitheads. Merry Christmas, everybody. Ho, ho, ho. And please, leave me booze. Stop with the fucking milk. Leave me booze. There you go.
Yes.
All right, everybody.
Especially if it looks like that, because that's what I'll be doing, Santa.
We got to try that. Ciao, everybody. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho,
Merry Christmas, Santa.
Merry Christmas, Santa. We love you, brother. G-Dubs, anything you want to plug before we get on out of here?
I ain't got shit.
Woo! It felt so good.
Oh.
Thank you, brother. I absolutely love you. Thank you for doing this with me. And
absolutely, man.
Big shout out to Saucy Santa being on the show. That's fucking dope. It's a twice a year if we're lucky type event. And yeah, there's some big happenings coming up. The January, I don't think we announced. Movie roast is not set quite yet, but we'll be
26th.
26th. The movie's not announced. I'll be announcing that shortly. Hickory's working on the birthday show. That's right. Tentatively, this is very, very fucking tentatively, is the 15th and 16th of March will be Hickory's birthday show extravaganza. 2 nights because I think we're going to need it. I hate to sound cocky, but I think we need it. But before that comes up, and before I say too much about that or anything, there's a very tentative show in February in Woodstock, which will be fun. And I don't have too many details, but I will share those as soon as I can. And other than that, hopefully G-Dubs and I cross paths sooner than later.
Fuck
I love
yeah.
you, brother.
Love you too, buddy.
Thank you. I appreciate you for being here. Big shout out to Ryan Kenyon for being on earlier in the show. It was dope to have him on. Ask Santa a question. And yeah, it's just a magical time of year whenever you can have Santa on. And yeah, that's really all I got. Thanks all y'all motherfuckers for showing up.
Thank you, guys.
Skimara said y'all have a great Christmas. Skimara, you too. Ben, Sean, I hope everybody who tuned in, the 5 people that got free memberships to my channel that I sent out earlier, I hope you guys all have an absolutely beautiful Christmas. Good luck. I'm just hoping to survive it and drink some eggnog. And I'll be back next week for the New Year's Eve special. Until then, G-Dubs, I love you, brother.
Love you, buddy.
Thank you for being here with me.
Absolutely.
Everybody else, have a good fucking evening. Happy New Year's. If I don't see you next week, Happy New Year's. Merry Christmas. Whatever. I don't know. I'm a drunk magician. Don't judge me. I'll see you fuckers next week. Till then, drunk magician out. Cheers.
Above all else, I just want to say thank you. Have a beautiful night. Drunk magician out. Cheers. Now let's get the credits. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate the help. Cause this is a show I do by myself. I produce the shit myself. And I've been through a lot with friends and a lot of shit